This is just my younger brother. Hello, my name is Marlene Iyemura. I'm a queer Filipino-Japanese-American artist. I'm currently studying at Mills College. I'm graduating with a studio art major in the spring. This is a piece that I made called To All Persons, referencing the executive order that sent Japanese Americans, Japanese nationals to internment camps during World War II. Most of my work deals with the historical and institutional inequities around race, especially being toward Asian Americans. The piece is a memorial for the children specifically who were interned, because both of my grandparents were interned as children, the grandparents on my father's side. The origami forms stand in place as symbols for these children and their descendants who are still coping with the historical trauma of the event. I have them spilling out of a cosmetic luggage case that belonged to my grandfather on my mother's side, because being Filipino-Japanese, the war had an interesting impact on my family in terms of both sides, because my mother's side comes from a military background, and so my great-grandfather was a general in the Filipino army, and he was hunted by Japanese soldiers, and my grandma was hunted by Japanese soldiers. And so it's a marriage between the hard histories of my cultural heritage. And the work is ever growing. This is the third iteration of the work, one of the smaller in size, actually. This is about, I would say, 250 origami forms. It's important to me that I fold all of them. I've made about 700 so far. It's important that I fold all of them and that it's my breath in all of them, because it's, you know, it's my story, it's my dedication to this history and to my family, and it's important to me that way. I welcome any questions or comments about this work. I continue to work in the same vein, actually. I have a piece of buttons that are referencing the buttons that Asian Americans who are non-Japanese wore during the internment, so that they wouldn't be subject to hate crimes or forced internment. A lot of them would say, like, I am Chinese, I am Vietnamese, etc. And I'm taking that on with a duality. I am American, I am not American. I am Filipino, I'm not Filipino. I am Japanese, I'm not Japanese. And so my work is generally trying to take this history and process it in a personal manner. Thank you.
Next artist is back here. And then her amazing piece. This is Manon Bogerd Wada. And then